Hey guys, it's Felicia Zee, and on today's segment we're going to make the pencil skirt. Don't worry, this is not the actual demo. But you will need the skirt sloper or template before you continue drafting the pencil skirt. In future segments I will be working on different skirt variations, and the only way you'll be able to complete them is to have a skirt sloper. To draft the skirt sloper in normal speed, please click the link on the screen, and I've also listed a link below the video. Copy the front and back skirt sloper onto a new sheet of pattern paper or gift wrapping paper. Come down 2 inches from the top edge of the waistline curve and place several marks. Remember to follow the curve of the waistline. Use a hip curve ruler to smooth out the new waistline. The top portion with the marks will be cut away. From the new waistline, go down another 2 inches and place several marks following the new waistline curve. If you have a preference for high-waisted skirts, do not come down another 2 inches. Instead, you'll use the top portion as the yoke. Once again, smooth out the line with a hip curve ruler. Place 2 notches about 4 inches apart as a matching guide. For the skirt front, you'll only place 1 notch. Remember, we are lowering the waistline for the skirt so the top portion gets cut away. Make sure to have your notches, grain line, and the yoke labeled before cutting it away. Close up the dart with the excess towards the side seam and tape to keep in place. If you're planning on keeping the skirt high-waisted, then expect the dart area to buckle a bit. Don't worry about this because the yoke will be retraced onto pattern paper to correct that. Take the skirt front and skirt back pieces and tape at the side seam. Just in case you're wondering why the center back has excess around the outer edges, it's because I got ahead of myself and added the 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. You'll only add the seam allowance once the yoke is completely finished. Take the new yoke piece, tape, and trace it onto pattern paper or gift wrapping paper. Use a hip curve ruler or French curve ruler to smooth out the curves. Once the yoke is completed, you will add 5/8 of an inch seam allowance at the center back, top, and bottom edge of the yoke. No seam allowance at the center front because it will be cut at the fold. Make sure to label and include the grain lines and notches. From the side seam hem, go in about 1.5 inches and place a notch. At the hip line, go in about 1.25 inches and place a notch. Now extend a 2-inch line from that point. Use a straight ruler and extend the line out as shown. Now use a hip curve ruler to smooth out the curve and remove the points. You'll blend to 0 at the waistline, which means you will not take anything off the waistline. It's a gradual reduction from the hip to the waistline. Repeat the same step to the center front of the skirt. Last but not least, we'll need the ability to walk in our sexy new pencil skirt, and the only way to do this is to add a slit in the back. First, I will add my 5/8 of an inch seam allowance to the center back. From the hem, I will go up 6 inches and place a notch. Create a 1-inch wide rectangle at the 6-inch point. The rectangle sits right alongside the seam allowance. This represents the facing of the skirt vent. Come down 1/2 inch and place several hyphens or just draw a line. Draw a diagonal line from the 6-inch notch to the facing. Come down 1/2 inch and place a circle directly below the 6-inch notch. This will represent the stitch line. Place several diagonal hyphens to represent the stitch. Please place the stitch lines following the green arrow on the screen, which is a little steeper than the diagonal that I drew. I made the adjustments on my pattern after the recording. Label as shown. Cut the pattern piece and you're done. I will demonstrate how to sew this skirt in another segment. If the link is not present on the screen, the skirt is still a work in progress, so please subscribe for the update. Otherwise, click on the link and a new window will open. The segment will show you step by step how to sew a skirt from start to finish. Thank you again for watching this segment. As always, any questions or comments, please leave them below the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.